Good afternoon, everyone. We are here for a session on regulatory affairs, clinical research, and pharmacovigilance, focusing on the transformative role of AI across these domains. Key topics includes AI and regulatory intelligence, AI and data science in decentralized clinical research, AI and predictive analytics in pharmacovigilance. Now we move forward with the session. Miss Rutuja Shinde will deliver the keynote on AI and regulatory intelligence. This session introduces AI-powered regulatory intelligence for transforming dossier generation in the herbal and nutraceutical sector. Discover how START automation accelerates compliance, navigates global regulation, and ensures accuracy, cutting preparation time by up to 90%. Learn to leverage AI for real time updates, multi jurisdictional insights, and seamless submissions, ideal for regulatory affairs professionals seeking to streamline approvals, reduce cost, and bring compliant products to market faster. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this session on AI powered regulatory intelligence. Today, we are going to explore how artificial intelligence is completely transforming the way herbal and nutraceutical regulatory dossiers are created. Traditionally, dossier preparation has been slow, manual, and dependent on specialized expertise with the thousands of botanical ingredients and highly varied global regulations. Companies often face delays, bottlenecks, and compliance risks. But with our regulatory intelligence, we now have the ability to automate large parts of this process using advanced AI, resulting in faster timelines, more consistent outputs, and dramatically reduced workload. So let us begin by understanding the challenges that the industry currently faces. So the regulatory challenge. The herbal and nutraceutical industry has exploded globally, but with this growth comes increasing regulatory complexity. Every ingredient may be classified differently across regions. What is allowed in the Europe may be restricted in Canada, and what is considered traditional use in India might be treated as a novel ingredient in the UK. Traditional dossier preparation relies on manual research, scanning regulatory websites, reading pharmacopoeias, monitoring bulletins, comparing ingredient list, and checking scientific literature. So this takes enormous time, creates human error risk, and slows down product launches. So AI allows us to solve this by automating data collection, synthesizing information, and continuously updating internal regulatory intelligence. So, what is the product dossiers? Product dossier is essentially the regulatory blueprint for a herbal or nutraceutical product. It contains every scientific, technical, and regulatory detail needed to get the product approved in any market. So, this includes botanical identity, safety, and toxicology information, efficacy or clinical data, manufacturing specification, quality controls, and regulatory classification. Um, for example, if you are submitting ashwagandha, your dossier must contain correct species identification, marker compounds like withanolides, details of geographical origin, safety data, adverse events, potential drug herb interaction, and an assessment of global market classification. Then evolution of regulatory intelligence. So regulatory intelligence evolved in phases. First is manual research. Professionals are dependent solely on printed text, manual searches, and personal experience. Second is digital database. Searchable platforms help improve access, but still require intensive manual interpretation. Then AI powered intelligence. Uh, Today, machine learning extracts, compares, analyze, and synthesizes regulatory data automatically. So this shift dramatically speeds the process while improving consistency and completeness. So introducing AI powered dossier generation. So AI powered system uh, can now generate comprehensive regulatory ready dossiers by combining uh, NLP, that is natural language processing, machine learning, and continuously updated regulatory databases. The system reads scientific papers, identifies regulatory requirements per ingredient, compares some multiple jurisdictions at once, and flags risk or restrictions. Uh, Instead of working reactively, waiting until a regulation changes and scrambling to update documents, AI systems monitor updates 24/7 and proactively keep dossiers aligned with the current standards. Then how AI transfer the process. So there are three major transformation points. First is intelligent data mining. So AI scans thousands of regulatory sources simultaneously: official journals, pharmacopoeias, national botanical list, safety databases, etc. Second is automated synthesis. So once data is collected, AI consolidates it into structured sections, identifies a key relationship, and generates a draft content. Then continuous validation. AI cross-check data across sources, identifies conflicting doses, limits inconsistent classification or possible errors. Um, so this means regulatory professional can focus on reviewing, rather than manually compiling everything. Then the technology behind the intelligence. So the backbone of regulatory intelligence is two major technologies. Natural language processing. This allows AI to read, understand, and extract meaning from unstructured text, such as regulatory guidelines, scientific papers, or monograph. Then machine learning algorithms. Machine learning models trained on thousands of dossiers can recognize patterns that lead to successful regulatory outcomes. So, together, they ensure AI can interpret complex scientific terminology, identify synonyms, and provide structured insights. Then, core capabilities. So, the key capabilities of the system include multi jurisdictional intelligence, simultaneously analyzing the same ingredient across US, Europe, Canada, Australia, and many more markets. Then real time updates. The system automatically track changes in botanical list, safety warnings, monographs, and more. And scientific literature review. So it scans the peer-reviewed journals, clinical studies, and extract key efficacy and safety data. So these capabilities dramatically improve dossier speed and quality. Then speed and efficiency gains. So manual dossier preparation is slow, but AI offers extraordinary gains: 90% time reduction in preparation, 75% resource saving in staff hours, 3x increase in throughput, then 50% faster market entry. So this means companies can launch product faster, stay ahead of competitors, and reduce submission cost significantly. Then the automated workflow. So the workflow begins with a basic product input, ingredient list, dosage form, claims, and target markets. So the AI system then automatically collects relevant data, analyze requirements, and generates a complete dossier draft, including botanical identity, safety summaries, regulatory classifications, and quality standards. So finally, regulatory experts review and refine the outputs before submission. So, sorry. So, this hybrid approach ensures the speed without compromising on quality. Then, botanical identification and authentication. So, correct botanical identity is fundamental for herbal products. AI cross checks multiple authoritative sources to provide full taxonomy, synonyms, and accepted names, plant part used, geographical sourcing, chemotypes, and variation, pharmacopoeial references. Uh, for example, Cinnamomum verum and Cinnamomum cassia are frequently confused, but AI ensures the correct species and associated safety concerns like coumarin content are reflected in the dossier. Then safety data compilation. So safety evaluation includes several components. First is toxicology studies. Uh, AI extract chronic, acute, and subchronic toxicity data, including NOL, ES, that is no observed adverse effect levels, and dose response information. Then adverse event reports, so it scans global post-market surveillance systems and compiles safety signals. Then contraindications and interactions. So AI identifies interactions such as Stewart John's word affecting CYP pathways or ashwagandha considerations for thyroid patients. Then safety classifications, GRAS status, THMP eligibility, that is traditional herbal registration eligibility, inclusion in positive negative list, etc. So this makes the safety section thorough and compliant. Then efficacy evidence evaluation. So the AI system evaluates the clinical evidence and categorizes it by quality. For each claim, AI summarizes study design, participant characteristics, dosing, outcome measures, statistical significance. For example, if your claim is supports cognitive performance, AI identifies clinical studies on Bacopa Moneri showing memory improvements, extracts key endpoints, and summarizes results in regulatory language. In multi-jurisdictional regulatory status, so this is one of the most difficult areas manually. AI compares ingredient classifications across multiple countries simultaneously. So it identifies permitted use, maximum allowable doses, novel food status, special restrictions, and claim limitations. So this saves enormous time. Work that normally takes 38 plus hours is completed in a minutes. Then understanding Europe regulations. Excuse me. So, in the Europe, herbal and nutraceutical product fall into different frameworks. Food Supplements Directive 2002 /46 slash EC. So AI checks if the botanical is permitted, restricted, or flagged as a novel food. Then traditional herbal medicinal product directive 2004. If a herb has 30 plus years of traditional use, it may qualify for simplified registrations. AI access eligibility and identifies required documentation. So, this allows companies to choose the correct pathway. Then, navigating US regulatory pathway. Uh, so, in the US, AI examines three main pathway: dietary supplement, structure function, claim rules, and NDI requirements. Then food additive and grass. So AI checks grass notices and safety concerns. Then OTC drug, that is over the counter drugs for ingredient covered by OTC monographs, and AI identifies relevant criteria. So AI helps determine the most suitable path for each product. Then Canadian natural health products. So Canada's NNHPD is one of the NNHPD is Natural and Non-Prescription Health Product Directorate. So is one of the most structured system globally. Then compendial ingredients. If your ingredient is in the NHPID, that is natural health product ingredient database with predefined dosage and conditions. Licensing is easier. Then non-compendial submissions or ingredients require full safety and efficacy evidence. AI identifies which category applies and compiles the necessary documentation. Then quality and manufacturing standards. So quality standards are mandatory in all markets. AI identifies GMP requirements, relevant pharmacopoeial standards, required analytical methods, and acceptance criteria. So, for example, for curcuma longa, AI identifies marker compounds like curcumin and required HPLC methods. Then analytical specification generation. So these slides detail on how AI generates analytical method requirements, identity testing, TLC, microscopic test, HPTLC, and DNA barcoding. Then purity testing, heavy metals, pesticides, aflatoxins, microbial limits. Then assay methods, AI proposes validated methods such as HPLC, GCMS, and UV spectroscopy. Then stability studies, ICH guidelines for self life determination. So the system creates a complete specs automatically to ensure regulatory compliance. Then label claim substantiation. So different markets have different rules for claims. AI differentiates the health claims, structure function claims, and traditional use claims. So health claims, high evidence requirement. Then structure function claims supported by scientific evidence, and traditional use claims based on historical uses. So the system ensures claims are defensible and aligned with the market regulations. Then the human AI partnership. So AI does not replace experts; it enhances them. So the role of human oversight. So regulatory professionals still make critical decisions, strategic guidance. Experts define regulatory strategy, target markets, and claim positioning that align with business objectives. Then critical evaluation specialists review AI outputs for nuanced regulatory interpretations and jurisdiction specific consideration. Then stakeholder communication. Professionals engage with authorities, respond to queries, and navigate a complex regulatory interactions. So we can say AI act as an intelligent assistant, not a replacement. Then quality assurance protocols. So quality assurance is built into the system through automated verification, cross-referencing multiple sources to confirm data accuracy, then inconsistent flagging, that is identifying inconsistency or conflicting information of review, then completeness checks, ensuring all required OCR sections are populated, then expert review, regulatory professional validation before finalization, and continuous improvement, learning from feedback to enhance future outputs. So this ensures dossiers meet high compliance standards. Then implementation considerations. So successful implementation requires AI-powered regulatory intelligence requires thoughtful integration with existing process, appropriate training, and realistic expectations about capabilities and limitations. So, integration with existing systems. So, integration with internal system, workflow alignment, document management, staff training. So, companies must uh, evaluate these their processes and adapt to AI assisted workflows. Then training and change management. So introducing AI is not just a technical, it's a cultural. Teams must understand how AI works, how to guide it using prompts, and how to review outputs. Celebrating early wins and giving team confidence in the tool ensures adoption. So this includes addressing concerns, celebrating early wins, and continuously gathering feedback for system improvement. Then data security and confidentiality. So regulatory dossiers contain sensitive information. AI must ensure end-to-end encryption, data isolation, compliance with GDPR and CCPA, regular audits. So security is absolutely essential for trust. Then real world application case study. So a mid-size European nutraceutical company developing a stress um, and cognitive support product faced regulatory hurdles across the multiple markets. Using AI, they received full ingredient regulatory profiles in 48 hours. So, full ingredient regulatory profiles in 48 hours, safety interaction warning, claim evidence mapping. So this transforms their timeline. And then the challenge. So company's product contains six botanical ingredients, each requiring comprehensive regulatory assessment across Europe member states, the UK post Brexit, and Switzerland. Traditional methods would require 8 to 12 weeks of regulatory affairs staff time. Complex formulation, rhodiola rosea, adaptogen, bacopa, moneri, cognitive support, ashwagandha, stress management, L-theanine, calming, B vitamin complex, and magnesium. The regulatory hurdles, varying member state botanical list, novel food status, uncertainties, maximum permitted dose differences, claim substantiation requirements, and interaction potential assessment. Then the AI powered solution. So rapid intelligence gathering within 48 hours. The AI system compiled comprehensive regulatory profiles for all six ingredients um, across target markets and identifying permitted use, dosage limits, and claim restrictions. Then safety assessment, claim evaluation, and dossier generation. So complete draft dossier for each target market delivered within 1 week, requiring only final expert review and refinement before internal approval. Then the results. So the outcome was significant. Um 85% time savings, launch in six markets simultaneously, and 45 k euros cost saving 4 months earlier market entry. So this illustrates the practical ROI of AI powered regulatory intelligence. Then overcoming common challenges. So challenge include data quality, regulatory ambiguity, and language barriers. So, continuous update, daily monitoring of regulatory authority websites, official journals, and guidance documents ensures the knowledge base remains current. Then, source diversification, cross referencing multiple authoritative databases reduce reliance on any single source and improves data reliability through consensus verification and expert validation. Periodic human review of AI knowledge base ensures critical regulatory changes are correctly interpreted and implemented. So, um, AI solves this via continuous updates, cross referencing, multilingual uh, capability, and expert validation. Then language and translational challenges. So regulatory intelligence must be multilingual. AI uses advanced NLP models in major global languages, context preserving translation, then expert review where needed. So this ensures accurate interpretation of regulatory documents. Then the future of regulatory intelligence. So AI is evolving towards the predictive regulatory analytics. System will soon be able to predict emerging ingredient restrictions, new claim opportunities, market uh, favorability trends. So this enables proactive regulatory strategy. Then automated regulatory submissions. So the next evolution is direct portal submission. So AI will automatically format dossiers by jurisdiction, pre-fill regulatory forms, upload documents via secure API, and track submission status. So format update adaptation automatically restructuring content to match each jurisdiction's submission template, including proper sectioning, numbering, and required attestations. Then portal integration, direct inferences, interfaces with regulatory submission system, pre-filing forms, uploading documents, and managing authentication seamlessly. So this will drastically cut administrative workload. Then enhanced scientific evaluation. So AI is improving in a scientific interpretation. Uh, it will soon score study quality. So automated assessment of clinical trial design, methodology, and reporting quality using validated scoring system like Jadat or concert checklist. Then bias detection, identification of potential conflicts of interest, publication bias, and methodological limitations that might compromise the study reliability. Then meta analysis, automated synthesis of multiple studies on the same topic, providing statistical pooling of results and comprehensive evidence summaries. So this elevates the quality of evidence evaluation. Then integration with product development. So in future, uh, regulatory intelligence will be integrated directly into product development. For example, if adding rhodiola triggers novel food restrictions, AI will warn formulators instantly. So this prevents late stage regulatory surprises. Then getting started with the AI regulatory intelligence. So implementation journey includes needs assessment, then pilot project, training and onboarding, then scale up or scaled deployment, and continuous optimization. So starting small and scaling ensures success. Then selecting the right solution. So um, when selecting excuse me. So, when selecting a regulatory AI solution, companies must evaluate market coverage, then database quality, integration capability, ease of use, and vendor support. So, choose a solution built specifically for herbal and nutraceutical regulations. Then return on investment. So the return on investment is substantial. Uh, Companies preparing 15 to 20 dossiers annually gain a massive savings in time, cost, and market advantage. So the investment pays back quickly through increased productivity and faster launches. Then the competitive advantage. So speed, accuracy, and scalability create a competitive advantage. AI powered companies enter market faster, respond to regulatory changes quicker, and operate with greater agility. So this directly translates to revenue growth and market share. Then transform your regulatory capabilities. So the future of regulatory affairs is here. AI powered regulatory intelligence represents a fundamental shift in how herbal and nutraceutical companies approach compliance. By automating time consuming research and documentation based, maintaining a rigorous quality standards. So this technology enables regulatory teams to work smarter, faster, and more strategically. So the question is no longer whether to adopt AI regulatory intelligence, but how quickly you can implement it to maintain competitive advantage in an evolving marketplace. So in summary, AI powered regulatory intelligence transforms how companies manage compliance. So it automates the uh, slowest parts of dossier creation while maintaining extremely high accuracy and regulatory alignment. So the question today is no longer should we adopt AI. It is how quickly can we adopt it to stay competitive. So thank you. I would now be happy to take questions.
Thank you, ma'am. There are some questions. First question is, how does the AI handle the diverging regulations between the EU and post-Brexit UK?
So, very reliable for extraction and synthesis, but final judgment requires a human reviewer. So, this is how reliable is AI in interpreting regulations.
Next question is there pathway for AI to directly validate certificate analysis data?
Pathway. Okay, so as we have already discussed, uh, AI auto-generate the CTD files. So this is coming soon. Currently, AI generates content and the final formatting is handled manually.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now we move forward to our next session. Dr. Sriharan sir will deliver the keynotes on AI data science in decentralized clinical research. This session explores how artificial intelligence and data science are revolutionizing decentralized clinical trials, discover how AI enhances patient recruitment, analyzes real world data from wearable, and enables remote monitoring for more efficient and inclusive research. Learn to leverage predictive analytics and adaptive designs to accelerate trials while maintaining rigor and compliance. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi, all. Last week workshop we see about AI and data science in clinical research. So today our workshop should be based upon part of clinical research, which should be a decentralized clinical research. So today our topic will be see about how the AI useful in decentralized trial. So evaluation of clinical trial. So how the decentralized clinical trials evaluation takes place in our normal clinical research. We are going to see about that. How the parts are very important while doing patient recruitment, while analyzing data. How the decentralized trials are give impact of clinical research. We are going to see today effectively. So there is a difference between traditional trials and decentralized trial. You know about traditional trial, it should be a control environment, site based visit. We want that should be a geographical limitation. Due to that lead to the underrepresented most of the population, cost also high, so it is mostly limited to the patient diversity. So these are the drawbacks in challenges in traditional trial. From decentralized trial is nothing but it is actual clinical trial alone, but doing in a remote manner, trail from home. Like in simple word, we want to say means trail from home. It is a remote trail. So the patient should be included in the trail based upon remote. It should be globally. Site should be in an international level also. You can also create a site more than 10,000 sites or 5,000, 12,000. You can create more sites, and it also cost also very less. We can reach the diverse population apart from the geographical limitation we can reach, and it give the data of real world setting through the digital biomarker or like a wearable device we can take. So that's a difference between that. So and the real world data revolution. So real world data revolution, you know about in clinical trial, the major one of the big effect is we want to collect the data. So we have a burden of data in our hand through the multiple database like electronic health record, like a claim registry. Likewise, we can lot of so in normal manual or human cannot tolerate or cannot do such the thing. So using AI, we can easily make up the data and we can speed up the result very easily. So that is a revolution in real world data. So source of real world data, before I'm saying that, so electronic health record, wearable device, patient report outcome, and claim registry. So you know about that. These are the one of the way of data coming into the our trail. Normal trail also, or in remote trail, in decentralized trail also. This is the way of the data or entering into the trail. So why this is very matter means before I'm saying that, so we have a plenty of data, we have a lot bunch of data, but what is the problem means as a human we cannot analyze all those data. So if the human analyze means there should be some misrepresentation takes place, we will miss the valuable information like that. But using AI we can analyze a lot of data in a single minute itself. So so the AI is very very important and very very they play crucial role while taking the data into the trial and transferring them into the valuable outcomes. So that is main AI focus matters based only on the data alone. So the key AI application in decentralized trail. So you know about that. So a decentralized trail is a remote trail. So we want to include the patient. So patient identification also done using machine learning. We can recruit the patient very effectively through this AI application. So that's one. Safety monitoring using natural language process. Likewise, AI application we can also monitor the safety monitoring also using this predictive model analysis. We can forecast the timeline, duration and outcome. We also forecast. And the main thing is data integration, because we get the data from the lot of source. So using AI we can integrate the lot of data into a single window system. So that is a key application. So AI enabled the research flow. So using AI, we can generate more hypotheses, which will use for the future research also. It will give the way to the future research and place and recruitment. Why means in traditional trial, one of the major challenges patient recruitment. So using remote trial, we can also recruit the patient very faster, and we can maintain and retain the person at last the trial. Why means it should be a remote trial alone, so there is no need for dropout likewise will come. So there patient recruitment. So data collection based upon using data quality application, AI application enabled through we collect the data through the real-time manner using digital source. So analyze after we analyzing here using AI application is one is machine learning and another one is AI algorithm. Based upon that we analyze an insight. So patient recruitment. So patient recruitment, we before say that it is a very major and challenging challenges in clinical research. While we doing in rare disease also, it was more challenges. So using AI, we can easily identify the patient using creating like awareness on the using application, any application, AI driven application. We can poll the patient to the public domain. So based upon that we can get the patient. And AI also based upon the machine learning and algorithm, AI also give the identify the pattern which the patients are suitable for our trial. Based upon the historical data, it also easily give the inclusion criteria to the trial also. So the patient recruitment should be in very fast. So improving the patient diversity in AA, how the AA improving the patient diversity? So bias deduction. So the bias is major one thing. What is in the trial means, if in human trial or a traditional trial, they may give more to some group and they give poor level performance to the other groups, so which lead to confounding factor. So using AI we can also reduce the confounding factor, and we also analyze the which are the subgroup or more, it also used to analyze the subgroup population also. That is a bias deduction. Geographical expansion. Before say that the geographical expansion is nothing but the patients are from in likewise any from the mountain regions or any from unlocated region means we cannot reach the patient. Likewise if the patient from the any international region or patient from the any other geographical location means it is difficult to reach them. So old patients also, some patients are very old, say they are unable to talk. Likewise the case also, it will also use to reach the patient. So language and using natural language we can clearly deliver the format into structured one. So that is also one thing, the improving patient diversity. So accessibility and optimization is using machine learning. We can clearly identify the what are the barriers, and we also give the mitigation strategy to the solution also. So wearable, so the one way for collecting the data from the clinical trial in decentralized trial means that is a wearable device. Through this alone, we can collect the data. So the wearable device is a continuous streaming of data from the patient. From the, for example, if you're using any watches or anything, any digital biomarker, that give the data. It gives a continuous raw material data in a 24 into 7 basis. So here the one of the challenges is we want to identify and clean graph in and graph out, which is a major thing in this slide. So that is a variable continuous data streaming. So here the A how analyze the variable data. So first of all, A analyze the signal processing. It will analyze what which where the data come, where in signal processing it will analyze the raw material of the data. After analyzing, the pattern recognition is based upon the machine learning integration. We can identify the meaningful pattern, what are the meaningful, what are the anomalies, what are the risk, what are the kappa. Based upon that it will identify. After identify, event detection. So event detection is nothing but if the patient have any experience, if you're doing a research on cardiovascular disease or cardiovascular related disease, means there should be a SV node, AV node, arithmetic, atrial fibrillation. Likewise, it will give the event detection, which will also use to forecast the safety monitoring also. So outcome prediction using the predictive model is we can forecast what are the outcome, what are the treatments to be happen, how to manage the adverse event also we can also predict. So clinical translation. So based upon this AA, it is a raw material. So raw material change and converted into a valuable clinical outcome is a clinical translation. So natural language process. So you know about natural language process. So natural language process is very important. Why means in clinical trial, 80% of the documents are unstructured only. So we want to convert them into structured one. So natural language process play important role while converting into structured form. While we doing in a rare disease also, natural language process play crucial role. So computer vision. So computer vision is nothing but it is a secondary reader. So it should be analyzed by before the any radio analyst or any export analysis. After the computer vision analysis is a secondary reader. So based upon this secondary reader, it can identify some any misinformation or any misinconsistency in the finding. It will give the reflect to the concerned person and it will be correct by the radiologist. So that is a computer vision. So predictive model for patient outcome. So predictive modeling is one of the powerful AI application. So it will deliver the six type of outcome in this slide. So we are going to see about data integration. Using this predicting modeling application, we can integrate the combine all the data. Mainly this data integration used for omic data, likewise doing a research on genetic or proteomic transfer. Likewise, it will use so continuous learning. So predictive model. So while we doing a research on wearable device like digital marker, so continuous learning is very important. So updating new data, so we want to check the accuracy, relevance time. So the continuous learning takes place. Deployment. So deployment, whether how to manage it. We have a while doing a data collection, if the data should be missed, how it should be managed. Likewise, it's have a deployment also. Features engineering. So previous class itself we see about. So we get the raw material from the data like systolic, diastolic, heart rate, temperature. Likewise, it will come. So the future engineer give the structured form. So diastolic, histolic, it should be considered as a BB. Likewise, it gives a structured form, that is future engineering. So model training. So model training is one of the important thing, because if you fail to do the model training means it will memorize that and give the inaccurate data. So that is, so validation also belongs to the model training. Also we want to validate the every training set. So this is the predictive model how they are using for the patient outcome. So precision medicine through the AI. So you know about precision medicine. So that should be a drug, right participant, right dose. So the not all is fit for all. So that is our approach as a precision medicine through the AI. So here the precision medicine, the major thing is data. So we have genomic, proteomic, metabolomic data. If we take means the frequency will be a large more than megabytes. Likewise, so using AI, before the slide is integration, data integration. So data integration play a major role in here. precision medicine. So integrate the omic data. So based upon this omic data, we can accelerate our trail very fast manner using machine learning also. So majorly this precision medicine took on to the oncology, cardiology. Likewise, the major diseases, the precision medicine using AI can give helpful for that. So real world evidence for regulatory decision. So in real world evidence, the regulatory also accepting the trial to approve, but they need a valid of evidence. It should be needed. So it should be come by the structured workflow alone. So based upon the structure workflow, if we give the valid relevant evidence to the regulatory authority, means it will give the favorable opinion for us. So the evidences matter in the real world. While taking real world clinical observe while doing observational study or decentralized study in in a real world manner, we want it will give the evidence is first most important for FDA, EME, any regulatory authority. So it also nowadays it also they also give the guidance for all also. So synthetic control arm. So you last class itself we see about synthetic control arm and adaptive trail control arm. I'm saying so synthetic control arm is nothing but AI will give the virtual or it will create a virtual group for the trail. So there is no need for placebo. These synthetic control arms are very much useful for rare disease. While we doing rare disease, the placebo is very difficult to take. So those times the synthetic control arm play major role. So no need for a placebo control. So it will create virtually. So based upon this synthetic control arm, we can reduce the patient burden. Also, it should be a faster enrollment based upon the historical data we are taking. So faster recruitment. So ethically, it should be advantage. Why means we not doing a research based upon the human side. So ethically also advantage. So the challenges what we want to consider means our data should be first. While we taking the historical data means that should be sometimes that should be past data should be discrimination takes place or should be less some patients should be bias just can also have. So controlling so regulatory sometimes they reject. Likewise these are the things. So in temporal biases we don't know which will come first, effect or come first or outcome or come first we don't know. So cost effect relationship. So this is a small drawback on the synthetic control arm group. So adaptive trail design is nothing but in previous in traditional trail, we cannot change any modification from top to bottom after start to end. But using adaptive trail design, we can modify the trail based upon our value, based upon our trail acceleration we can make. So this is the compound of AI driven adaptive trail. So here the first one is response adaptive trail. So while doing this response adaptive trail randomization means we can reassign or allocate to the which group getting more response we can allocate more to the assigned group. So dose finding here dose finding optimization is nothing but AI can identify which dose is given at best time. So best dose. So based upon this AI can analyze. After analyzation, like we can identify who had a side effect and how they improved. Based upon that, we can give the dose and which should be stopped. Likewise, we can identify dose finding optimization. So biomarker adaptive enrichment. So using AI review all the biomarker and identify the better biomarker for better result useful for the biomarker adaptive enrich. So seamless space transformation is nothing but in normal trial it will take should be if something went wrong means it will be stop and go. That like alone the process will take. While AI will give the same time and smooth transformation also. So we are no need to stop and grow process will be takes place. So data quality foundation of AI success. So here the garbage in and garbage out problem. So main thing in decentralized trail or observational trail, data is main thing. So in our timeline, 40% we want to involve in data process. So based upon that alone, we can get the quality of data through the our search. So here the common problem you may know about it should be missing data, inconsistent measurement should be error will take one. It should be considered in a manual process. It will take. So using AI powered, what are the things? So first thing is automatic anomaly detection. If you enter any wrong value, means AI not accept that. So that is one thing. So intelligent imputation method is while managing missing value. So data So data points should be missing. Using AI fill the gap based upon the patient pattern data they will fill. On ontology based harmonization. So ontology based harmonization nothing but it should be a terminology. So you know about ICD terminology likewise. So different terminology we have. So frameworking into single one. That is one thing. So bias detection, confounding factor. So we are detecting that continue quality monitor. It will give the continue 24/7. So data provenance and tracker is a audit trail. When the data origin, when the transfer, when it will handling. Likewise, it will give. So data integration challenges. So you know about that challenges. The major challenges in data integration is before you see the ontology based harmonization. So that is a major challenge. Why I am saying means first thing is challenges means we are getting data from different source. We have the different data source. So integrating them into single one is also one of the difficult. So second thing, what I am saying means code. You know about ICD code. So every disease, every lab values, every X-ray, every CD, there should be a code. So that should be a different code. So converting the different code into same thing is one of the challenges thing. Using AI, we can identify that. That is a data integration challenges. So privacy, security, and ethical considerations is the main thing while doing the research. So privacy using AI should be based upon the following the laws like GDPR, HPR. So align with their laws, we can give the privacy and security consideration very effectively. So ethical consideration based upon it should be a three core principle should be followed. That also we want to consider. And another one thing we'll be doing in the AI, we want to consider the black box. Why means if you the AI should be built up in black box means it will give the drawback to the result. Why means in ethical consideration we want to give the explain to every method. So the black box AI cannot give explanation where they only give the answer alone. So explainable AI should be used in this part of the ethical consideration. So that is one. So another thing is federating learning. So federating learning, you know about that. So we are not sharing the patient data using the central monitoring algorithm or monitoring agent. We are giving the data without sharing the patient information. So that is a federating learning. So ethic principle we want to follow in AA. So fairness, all the research it should be fairness and equality should be followed and should be transparency to the regulatory authority. What are the method limitation? What should be followed? Privacy. We want to prevent the patient data is very important. One thing. So accountability. Accountability is a responsibility. If the AI make mistake, who will take responsibility? So that also want to do. So we want to not simply say that is a AI mistake, not our mistake. Like we no say. So that is a responsibility. Beneficent. So we want to give the ensure our beneficent should be in a risks should be low, benefit should be high. That is a beneficent. So algorithm bias, source and mitigation. So in AI, there should be algorithm bias will happen while doing data collection. So what are the things and how we can overcome this process? We are going to see about that. So data collection. So based on training AI perform on those group previous likewise I'm saying so in data collection bias the data are mostly taken from historical data alone. So if the AI do the machine learning on such the data there should be some patients in their data some population may be treated as well, some population they are not treated as well. So data collection bias should be arise based upon machine learning on a historical data will be happen. So they are underrepresented the most of the patients. So that is a data collection bias. Another one thing is measurement bias. So when we're doing the research, there should be a systematically error should be happen in data collection. The data should be some data should be they miss the imputation, they miss the likewise missing data handling. Likewise, it should be happen in measurement bias. So historical bias is nothing but in historical bias, the data only reflecting giving so much care to one group, not giving so much care to another group. So it should be a bias. What's it? what should be say, one group should be treated well and another group is not treated well, likewise it, data will also affect our result also, we want to consider that also. So another one is this is algorithm design. So we want to build the algorithm design in a well defined manner. Why means, if you build in poor means, it will memorize the data and it will also reflect the same thing. So that is algorithm design. So insufficient algorithm design will lead to the inaccurate in data collection. So explainable AI for clinical decision. So before I'm saying that, while using ethical consideration, the explainable AI should be used. Why I'm saying means, it will give the explanation for all those things, because in clinical trials should not in order of only the answer. So it should be under the question answer. Likewise, if you want to tell the reason why we implement this, why we doing this, why we want to change this, likewise we want to implement that, those point of view, the explainable AI play major role and crucial role to give boost up the trial and give the ethical consideration and protocol drafting, protocol modification. Likewise, explainable AI play major role. So regulatory landscape for AI. How the regulatories are approaching AI, we are going to see about this slide. So how the FDA, EMA. So most of the regulatory authorities are accepting and recognizing the AI. But based upon the rules and regulation alone, they are accepting the AI. So here the FDA guidance, how they accept the AI in clinical research. So these are the tool. So first one is good machine learning practice. So based upon this practice, FDA analyze the reliability, whether it should be reliable, whether it should be reproducible. So how the ongoing assessment on the AI model. Likewise, it will analyze using the good machine learning practice. So predetermined change control plan. So that is one of the important thing. Why means, it should be submitted before the our clinical trial start. We want to submit the clear plan about detailed plan about EAA. So if you change any plan also, it not should be reflect, it not affect the our any risk or any to the patient to any participant also, you want to explain on that. So that is a predetermined change control plan. So in this, we want to say what kind of changes should be allowed and how they should be tested. Likewise, we want to tell on that. So that is the real world data framework. So real world data. So most of the we are collecting data from real world. So will be in decentralized style. The real world data are collected from digital biomarker alone, likewise wearable device, likewise it will collect from. So we also want to give the standard framework for that, whether the data, they will see about whether data quality relevance, likewise they will see. So digital health technology standard, that mostly they for a digital biomarker, whether they are standard based, whether they should be used for the patient use, they should not harm anything, likewise they will analyze that. So this is the case study. So this is case study A in during COVID-19, how the vaccine trial go in a decentralized manner. So during pandemic, we cannot do the traditional trial. So at that point of time, the remote decentralized trial play a major role, and it also achieved and it also give the valuable outcome also. So you want to understand here how the AI, what's the AI purpose used here means. First, AI algorithm, we are using AI algorithm to analyze the identifying the patient requirement. So we want to include the patient requirement. So using AI algorithm, we are analyzing and identify the high risk population. So after AI algorithm, machine learning. So using machine learning, while we doing the vaccine trial, the adverse events should be monitored. So safety concern we also consider. So adverse event should be detected and monitored by using machine learning. So natural language process. So natural language process is the third thing we are using here as a AI. So in vaccine trial, the patient maybe have experienced any symptoms or any side effect. Likewise, they should be monitored and structured by natural language process through the app. It will deliver like wearable device. We are getting the patient symptom data. Natural language process analyze that. Fourth one is predictive model. Predictive model. So here predictive model, what their role means, it forecast the outcome, it forecast the timeline, how the subject of participant should be improved. Likewise, it will tell. So in the case study, you want to identify the four major things and four AI should be used in this trade. First one is AI algorithm. Second thing is machine learning. Third thing is natural language process. And fourth thing is predictive modeling. So based upon this, the AI trail gives a success on the vaccine trail. So they are using the Pfizer biotech. And one more thing, these are the AI point of view. So in research point of view, in decentralized point of view, I'm saying what are the things are used in decentralized point of view. That should be tool used for electronic consent used for collecting the informed consent, and telemedicine used using any giving a consultation to patient related to side effect or anything. The telemedicine used, that is a DCT point of view. So another case study. So another case study, AI powered for rare disease. So you know about that. If in previous slide itself, I'm saying about rare disease. So rare disease means we want to use in AI. We want to use one of the most predominant technique is synthetic control arm technique. So we no need for placebo control. Based upon this rare disease, it is difficult to get the placebo control. So using as a synthetic control arm as a we are creating a virtual group for analyzing. So here the AI, how the AI majorly involved, you are going to see about that. So here the project data sphere. So project data sphere is nothing but one of the application. It will combine the historical data. Why means if you want historical data, we'll be creating the SCA for virtual group creation. Historical data is very important. So it will create the bigger data set. So the project data sphere application major role for combining. So after combining, we are creating the virtual synthetic control arm. So after synthetic control arm, using a natural language process, we are extracting the data. Here, the third point of application using is natural language process. And fourth thing is federating learning. So we are getting the data. Why means it is a rare disease. So the data should be very low. So we want to get the data from the hospital, more than 50 or more than 70, 100 we want to get. So based upon we are sharing the patient details, the federation learning, federating learning is a play major role. So here you want to see how the AI powered and rare disease means the project's data sphere uses combine historical data. Second thing is we are creating virtual control arm. Third thing is we are using natural language for extracting the symptom. Fourth thing is federating learning. So this is the four things are used in this case study. So operational efficient through the AI automation. So after AI automation, what are the benefit we get? It will analyze the protocol based upon the historical data. It will optimize the protocol data, which should be include, which should be not include, how many schedule, how many duration. Likewise, it will clearly tell about in protocol. So site selection, which should be very suitable for monitoring site. Likewise, if you create the site in this region means it is very well useful for the research to get the patient contact very early. Likewise, it will give the idea. So risk based monitoring, how to monitor the deviation, how to manage the ADR. Likewise, it will tell. So automated reporting. So it gives automated reporting to the concerned researcher. Why means based upon this draft reporting alone, the investigator report to the regulatory authority. So it gives the draft reporting related to the regulatory safety and our site study or study summary. Likewise, it will give. So patient engagement. So how it should be engaged with patient means using chat box, AI assistant. It will be engaged with the patient. What are the query that should be arise from the patient? You should be answer to the chatbot and AI concern. Data management. So data management, using this data management dashboard for cleaning, query information, audit trail. Likewise, the data management process will take. So this is the cost implication of AI adoption. After AI adoption, so requirement is high. Site monitoring also we can easily process. So the cost also very less. Data management, the regulatory preparation, safety monitoring. Likewise, the overall point of view, we want to understand what means. It will increase the patient recruitment faster, and there should be a cost consume also low. And third thing is faster. The trial will go boost up very fastly while adapting to the AI adoption. So building the internal AI capability. So we want to assess our current state, whether our computer, cloud. Likewise, we want to assess our current state, infrastructure, and strategy before we are going to develop anything, we want to strategy is first, what things are should be prioritized first, and what are we want to concern more thing, what problem we are going to use AI to overcome that. Likewise, so building infrastructure, so infrastructure is very very important. So the outdated system cannot help for AI. So we want to build based upon AI skilled application software we want to build. So cultivate talent, so high skilled person want to data scientists, likewise clinical pharmacologists, epidemiologists, likewise we want. So pilot and scale, start with pilots and expand. So that is a building internal AI capability. So partnership, so when AI adaptation is not done by a single person, so it should be a collective responsibility alone, collective achievement alone. So this is strategy collaboration. Here the technology vendor give the AI platform and tool. So academy give the how to train the set data set. It will give the training on the healthcare system give the data using federating learning. So patient advocacy group give the ensure the patient entry. It should be ethically consideration takes place in patient advocacy group. So regulatory agency give the guidance about the standardization of data and how to follow what are the things followed. Regulatory agency give. So payer so payer based upon the payer interest, they will give the cost based analysis and real world evidence how they are generating. So based upon this collaboration, so it not should be a single person should be yeah, run the entire tail. So it should be a collaboration alone. Based upon the collaboration alone, we can achieve the AI adaptation. So key success factor for AI implementation. So executive support means leadership is very important. So the leadership before without leadership we cannot run. So quality data foundation. So we want to invest out of 140 percentage we timeline for data quality foundation alone. So team collab team is very important. Like a statistician, clinician, data scientist, we want to change in management. We want to address through the clear communication to the staff and training them, that is a change management. So regulatory engagement, so engage with regulatory in a smooth process and dialogue with the regulatory authority frequently and give transparency result to the regulatory authority, which will smoothen the process. So patient centric, so patient centric is nothing but using AI chatbot or AI assistant. Likewise, we are creating to contact with the patient on the daily basis. That is a patient centric. So common pitfall. So this is the one of the important thing. So you do not, you want to think one thing. So if everyone they are using AI, we also want to use that. Like you use the AI means it's not helpful for you. So first of all, start with your problem. What kind of problem you have, how the AI gives a solution for that. So that is the important thing. So now the AI is trending, we want to use that. Likewise we do means it's not helpful us. So underestimating data challenge. So before I'm saying that, so 40 percentage we want to invest our timeline in data foundation alone. So third thing is ignoring regulatory implication. The ignoring regulatory implication nothing but we want to give the every dialogue to the regulatory authority. Then alone it will be a smooth process. If we not engage with regulatory authority, our approval process also should be in a slow manner alone. So insufficient validation. So validation is important thing. So testing. So testing is very important thing. So while using the AI, we want to build the AI model to different set of testing. So based upon that alone, we can achieve the accurate data. If you using only setting the smart testing or one data for the same thing means it will memorize and it will also give the insufficient error. So testing and validation is very important. So neglecting ethic and fairness, we will always want to stick with ethic and fairness. If we not stick with the ethic and fairness means it also give the drawback over trail. So future of continuing learning healthcare system. So using AI, how the continuous learning takes place means using hospital. If you take as an example as a hospital, there should be a new data should be generated daily. So based upon the new data, we can get the new set of testing for adapting and improving. So based upon this testing new data, we can reveal the treatment best, which treatment should be best, and it also give the pay to the doctor evidence-based decision-making tools also. Using AI, we can also make that. So using the continuous learning in healthcare, AI play major role. So it also reveal most of the things in the our healthcare professional, how which treatment should be best, and it also reach the benefit of the patient. It also reach the benefit to the patient very early. So what are the new technology that is emerging to technology and horizon new technology? Quantum computation, you know about that. So it is a very, it will give the not exact calculation, not a normal computation, will give the approximate, it will give the extra calculation. Using that we can develop the generate the genomic data, likewise drug discovery process we can get. So blockchain for data sharing is nothing but we are preventing the data privacy due to this technology. So digital twin is one of the personalized medicine and individual care. That is a digital twin. So we are monitoring the individual patient. Based upon the individual patient, we are developing the personalized care to the patient. That is a digital twin. So brain computer interface. So these are mainly used for neurological diseases, psychiatric diseases, based on schizophrenia. Likewise, the diseases we can measure the brain activity using this technology. Also, we can measure. So Gen AI in clinical research. So how the Gen AI? So it have a large language process. Used Gen AI, we can draft the protocol, consent form, likewise report query, likewise we can make very easily. And also while testing the AI model using Gen AI, we can also produce the synthetic data. Based upon synthetic data, while testing the AI model, while testing the AI model also, it will give testing and validation in accurate manner. So based upon that also, we can give the accuracy on the data. So the third thing is hypothesis. Using Gen AI, it will give the generate a hypothesis and a different pattern and a predictive also. So using Gen AI will give the less error and it will give trail more faster. That is a simple way. So patient perspective of AI in digital trial. So they are first thing they are actively participate as a remote trial. So the second thing they are accepting AI and trusting AI for data analysis. And third thing, some of them are concerning about their privacy, whether their data about their identification, likewise they are concerning. So fourth one is major thing. What they are asking means if the AI giving a chat box or AI assistant, but they are wishing or they are willing to regular communication with doctor or consultants, they are willing. So this is the fourth thing. So this is a skill for future clinical research workflow. So the technological skill, analytical skill, collaborative skill. So technological skill, data scientist, these are the thing, the programming, Python, data clouding, likewise. So analytical skill while developing AI model, AI engineer, likewise, these are the main thing. One collaborative skill is ethical reasoning, regulatory navigation, a team, collab team, how they build, how the data statistician, likewise. This is a skill for clinical research for flow for the future. The three domains are there. So call to action for stakeholder. So that is a first call to action for stakeholder is pharmaceutical company. So they can develop the more AI. It will give the pay way for the future research also. That is one thing. So regulatory agency also provide a clear guidance for AI innovation or machine learning model. It also helpful for the AI research also. So third thing is healthcare system. So using healthcare systems, otherwise engaging and implementing the federating learning. So one of the thing in healthcare system. So academic institution or training, how the AI approach will be developed and how we want to test. Likewise, we can learn from academic institution that their responsibility. So patient advocacy. So patient advocate clearly tell about ethical consideration, what are the beneficiary and how they will give the process like sharing. Likewise, it will be tell while doing herbal medicines and all, the patient advocate play a major role. So there should be a collective responsibility. So not should be or should be only one pharmaceutical sponsor alone the main responsibility for all the thing. Likewise, not. So it should be a collective responsibility. So today takeaway is how we learn about decentralized, how it's accelerating. So how the AI should be used, how majorly using what problem we want to use. Likewise, we see about that, and real world data, how they are powerful in our clinical setting integration. We also learn, and quality and ethic matter. How we want to maintain the quality, how we want to implement, how to overcome. Likewise, we learn about today. And the fifth thing is collaboration. Without collaboration, the entire trials should not be go faster and go smoother. So collapse is very important thing. So path forward. So today we learn about decentralized trail, how the AI and data science play major role. So it also give the process, it process the trail very quickly, and it will also reach the patients also very quickly. So remote decentralized trail play major role while clinical research, um, based on AI application also. So the AI application also majorly used predictive modeling, natural language process, algorithm and development, testing and validation. Based upon this technique, will boost the clinical research in a very effective manner, and it also give the reproducible result to the future trials also. So thank you for this class.
Thank you, sir. There are some questions. First question is, how do you monitor and manage model drift in long-term trial?
Yeah, how do we monitor them means, the monitoring is main important thing. While we doing in a predictive modeling approach means, we want to testing and validation is very important. Why means, if we not test and validate the predictive model means, it will lead to memorize the before pattern, and it also deliver the same thing also. So in FTA also, you see about that, the predetermined change problem, sorry, predetermined change management process. Likewise, the FDA also tell about that. So what the FDA also telling means, you want to tell clear value on that. Wait, I'm showing the slide. So that is a predetermined change control plan. So in this plan also, what FDA are trying to tell to us means, we want to give the clear data before what are the AI, how we are tested for the long term users. Whether you, if you want to change anything means, it not reflect the patient, build them into risk or anything. It want to clear communication through how they should be tested and validation should be take place in predetermined change control plan.
Next question is, how does the role of clinical research organization change in this new paradigm?
What ma'am? How does the,
How does the role of clinical research organization change in this new paradigm?
yeah, how does the, here we want to, this is the slide. So we want to build the internal capabilities first thing. I mean, first of all, we want to assess the whether our current state, we are, how we are going to approach, whether we are going to approach the cloud or whether we are going to approach the hybrid. So cloud means we will be doing a normal research or small research. The cloud is very beneficial. So based upon the cloud also, we can match the patient, we can identify the matching the patient very early. So while we doing the on hybrid or on site mean, mostly the choice of on hybrid on site should be chosen by the MNC company alone. So they have a quantity of large value to establish that. So for the normal trail, I'm saying what we want to build means, if you going to start any new trail on the organization means, the cloud is very best. So assess your current state is very important thing. Whether we are using what kind of state we are using our infrastructure, that is one thing. Second one is development strategy. So we want to develop the strategy where we are going to use the AI is very important. Which problem we are going to prioritize using AI, and how to be overcome, one thing. So third thing is building infrastructure. So likewise, before I'm saying no, we want to build the cloud platform or anything, that is your choice. So fourth thing is what means, we want to uh, we want to into the trail like a collab team alone. We want data scientists. Likewise, we want, so based upon this alone, we can achieve in management level side.
Thank you, sir. Now we move forward with the next session. Kalyani ma'am will deliver the keynotes on AI and predictive analytics in pharmacovigilance. This session explores how artificial intelligence and predictive analytics are transforming pharmacovigilance by detecting hub drug interaction signals. Learn how machine learning and natural language processing analyze delivers data sources to identify hidden risks and predict adverse events before they occur. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Neha. Neha, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, now let's start the today's topic AI and predictive analytics in the pharmacovigilance for the detecting herb drug interaction signals. In herb drug interaction signals happens when the patient takes place a herbal products along with the prescribed medicines, and both react with the each others. This can change how the drug works in the body and sometimes causes the side effect. For detecting these interaction early is important for patient safety, but many times herbal drug use is not reported properly. In that, AI and predictive analytics helps solve the problems by quickly and finding possibly risk. Then the hidden risk for herbal medicine in a modern healthcare. In that, the herbal medicine are widely used today because people believe they are natural and therefore safe. However, the using herbal products along with the modern medicines can sometimes create a hidden risk. Many herbal products contain active chemicals that can affect how the body absorbs, breakdowns, or responds to the prescribed drug. Then many people use herbal medicines along with the regular prescription drugs. However, these herbal drugs are not well recorded or monitored in a traditional drugs in a drug safety systems. Around the 30 to 70% of the patient take a herb and modern medicine together, but most of them do not tell the doctors. Because of this, the combination of the herb and drugs often goes unnoticed. This creates the big gap in drug safety monitorings, as a doctor and pharmacist may not know what is the patient is actually taking. Then the traditional reporting system for the side effect already recorded less than 10% of the real adverse events. The herb drug interaction are reported even less because of people does not don't realize the herb is causing the problems, or they did not think it is important to the reports. Then why traditional pharmacovigilance fall shorts? In that, there are three point, reporting gaps, attribution complexity, and data fragmentation. In reporting gap, in that the very few drug interaction causes are reported, only about 2 to 5%. Patient often do not realize that the herbal product they use may be causing the side effects, and doctor also do not have proper tools or the system to check the herbal drug interactions. So many cases go unreported. Then the attribution complexity, in that it is difficult to know whether the side effect happened because of the herb, the drugs and illness getting the worse. So or all them are together. To understand this properly, we need a advanced method that look at timing, body mechanism and interaction. For something manual review cannot handle well. Then the data fragmentation. In data fragmentation, the information about the herbal product is scattered across many places, in the hospital records, patient hospital records, product details, research paper and online sources. Because of this data is spread out and not connected, in traditional system cannot easily detect the herbal drug interaction signals and identify the risk. Then the promise or AI drive signals detection. In that the artificial intelligence and machine learning can find the herb drug interaction that the traditional methods often fails to detect. They can study huge amount of different types of data, and it's identifying the patterns that human may not easily not notice. In These help in spotting the small but important links between thinking and herbal products, and the expressing the side effects. Then AI can monitor many data sources at the same time, such as health records, reports, and database, and pick up warning signs in a real time. It can also automatically check the timing between when the patient uses a herb and when a problem appears, making the analysis faster and more accurate. This tool helps the creator new ideas or hypothesis that researcher can investigate the AI changing it way her drug interaction safety and detected and it's understood. Then the agenda, our journey through AI enhanced herbal drug detection. In the first, data sources and integration. In data source and integration, in that to monitor the herb drug interaction effectively, we need the information from many different database. By bridging together data from electronic health record, patient record, herbal product details and researcher study, we can create a more complete and reliable surveillance system. Then the AI methodology. In AI methodology, AI uses smart technique to detect the signals that may include the herb drug interaction. Then natural language processing. Then the natural language processing are the AI read and understand the unstructured text, such as doctor notes, then the case report and online discussion. These allow hidden or unreported health drug interaction signals to be discovered. And then the predictive models estimate the chance of interaction it's happening before it's actually occurs. This helps to early warning and prevention of the harmful effects. Then the case studies. In case studies, the real life example show how AI tools are successfully detected herb drug interaction. This case study helps prove and validate the effectiveness of AI in a practical settings. Then the implementation challenges. The implementation challenges in that while AI is powerful, using it in real pharmacovigilance system involve challenges like meeting regulatory requirement, ensuring the data privacy, standardizing the herbal information, and training professionals. Then the future direction. In future direction, so advance in AI, real time monitoring system, and the better global data integration will strengthen in a future of herb drug interaction surveillance and make the detection more accurate and the faster. Then the part one is the data foundation for building and the infrastructure of AI herbal drug interaction detection. To use the AI for detecting herbal drug interaction, we first need a strong or well organized data. This means creating a proper systems where information from a different sources like hospital records, herbal product details, patient reports, it is collected, clean, and stored in the consistent format. This data is complete, accurate, and connected. Then AI can easily analyze it and identify the interaction signals. The good data foundation acts like a base structures that supported to AI tools, making the herbal drug interaction detection is faster, more reliable, and more effective. In first data sources, the raw material for AI surveillance, there are two AI data sources. First is a structural data sources, and second is the unstructured data sources. So AI drug herbal drug interaction using the AI, we need a different kinds of data. These data sources give AI information if need to find the patterns and identify the possible risk. These are organized structured data. First, structured data is a spontaneous reporting database. This system, like FDF, FIAS, Udra Vigilance, and the Wikibase, it collect the millions of reported side effects. They helps identify early warning signs of herb drug interaction. Then the electronic health records. In electronic health records, this contain the detailed patient information, and then they including the medication, herbal supplements, the diagnosis, test result, and the treatment history. It give a complete picture of the patient health. Then the claim database. In claim database, in that the insurance record that show which medicines were prescribed and what health outcomes are followed. These are the large data sets help link drug use to possible adverse effects. Then the clinical trial registries. it can shown that data from control research study where the side effects are carefully recorded. This helps AI understand how interaction behave the under monitor condition. Then second is the unstructured data source. In unstructured data source contain the information that is not fixed format. Uh, in a natural languages, AI tools like a natural language process help to extract useful details. First is a biomedical literature. In biomedical literature are research paper, case report, and scientific article from PubMed, eBase provide the evidence of possible hug drug interaction and mechanism. Second is a social media platform. In social media platform, patients share the personal experience in a forum and health communities. These posts may relieve the early signs of interaction that not formally reported. Then the product label. In product label, herbal supplement are a packaging and manufacturer document list ingredient and the warning. AI can use this information to identify the product that may causes the risk. And last is the clinical narratives. In clinical narratives are a free text notes written by doctors during the patient visit. These often contain it important details about the herbal use that are not recorded elsewhere. Then the challenges of herbal product nomenclature. In that, one big problem in detecting the herbal drug interaction in that herbal product are named in a many different ways. The same plant can have a Latin scientific name, then the several common names in a different languages, brand's name or traditional medicine name. For example, Saint John wort may be listed Hypericum perfortum, Saint John wort as JW Hypericum extract. So, or under many brands labels, because of these many names, it become a difficult to computer system to recognize that all of them refer to the same herb. This is confusion makers to harder for AI to currently detect the safety signal. To handle this issue, advanced technique are needed to identify and match all these different names and standardize them to the system can analyze the interaction accordingly. Then the data integration architecture. In that the data acquisition layers, in that the information is gathered from many places like API, online data feeds, and web scraping, and stored in a one safe, well managed system with the proper privacy rules. Then the standardization and harmonization. In standardization and harmonization are a different herbal product name are matched and converted into the standard medical dictionaries like a medra, WHO. It can help the combine data from many sources and detect the signal consistently. Then the future engineering pipeline, in that the raw data is clean and converted into useful inputs for analysis. For example, timelines of product were taken, which other medicines are used, patient details, and how serious the outcome were. Then the analyticals and modeling platforms. In analyticals and modeling platforms are powerful computing tools run machine learning models to find the possible safety signals, and the generate a clear or easy to understand result for the pharmacovigilance team. Then the quality consideration in herbal drug interaction data. In that the competence, accuracy, and temporal resolution. In competencies, many health care records do not fully capture which herbal products patient use. To properly it detect the safety signals, we need structure form and active monitoring, so this information is recorded more completely. Then the accuracy. In accuracy, the patient may not remember the exact name, dose, or many sorry or may or a time they look herbal products. Checking this information which reliable sources like a pharmacy record, then the pharmacy record or verified product listed, it helps make data more accurate. Then the temporal resolution. In temporal resolution, knowing the exact timing or when a herbal product was started, and when an adverse event occurred in very important to judge the casualty. In details, timestamp allow a deeper analysis of a time-based pattern or the relationship. Then the AI methodologies in machine learning approaches to signal detection. In machine learning, uses a smart computer algorithm to scan the large amount of healthcare data and automatically find the patterns that may indicate, if possible, safety problems. Then instead of waiting of humans to manually review reports, these model quickly identify the unusual trends, such as a certain herbal products being a link to specific side effects, helping the detect signal earlier and more accurately. In that so next is a disproportionality analysis enhanced by machine learning. In that traditional method like reporting odds ratios, then the proportional reporting ratios and information components, it helps the identify the herb drug combination that are reported more often are more often than unexpected. Machine learning makes this method smarter by adjusting factors that might confuse the result, finding complex interaction between herb and drug, and automatically setting better threshold based on how the data behaves. This leads to more accurate and reliable safety signal detections. Then the supervised learning for HERF's drug interaction classification. Super drug learning uses a label example to train the model, so it can recognize similar patterns in a new data. Once trained, the model can classify whether herb drug pairs like a safe, potentially risky, and linked to specific type of interaction. These help quickly screen a large database for possible herbal drug interactions. Then the interaction, the training data development. In that the to train the method, and we collect the confirm herb drug interaction as a positive example, and choose a known interacting known non-interacting pairs as a negative example. Expert check and approve these labels, so the training data is accurate. Then the algorithm selection. In algorithm selection are the different machine learning algorithms like a random forest, then the support vector machines and deep natural networks have their own strength. So often it combining a several algorithms gives the best result to predicting herbal drug interactions. Then the performance optimization. This technique like a cross validation, turning model settings and testing on separate data helps make sure the model uh, works well, or new herbs drug combination does not just memorize the training examples. Then the future engineering of herb drug and predictions. The future engineering means turning a raw information into the useful inputs that helps a model predict herb drug interaction. This feature can include the things like a patient age, timing of the herb, and the drug uses, dose level, known side effect profiles, and co-medication patterns. By choosing the organizing the right features, the model can better understand a relationship and make a more accurate herbal drug interaction prediction. In that the temporal feature, in temporal features, this describe the timing, how long after starting the herbal product and the side effect appears, how long the herbs and the herb were taken together, and whether the problem happened again when the herb was restarted. Then dose response features. In dose response features, these are the capture how much of the herb and drug the patient took, total amount used over time, and whether it increasing the dose made the reaction is worse. Then the patient characterization. In patient characterization, it included basic details like age, gender, health condition, and other medication being taken, and the generic factors that affects how the body processes drug or herb. Then the mechanistic features. In mechanics features, these focus on how the drug and drug work in the body. For example, whether they use the same enzyme, affect each other's metabolism, or act on the similar receptors. Then the unsupervised learning for a signal discovery. Unsupervised learning finds hidden patterns in a data without needing a label examples. In it groups her drug combinations that show a similar behavior or unusual patterns, helping the identify new or unexpected safety signals that have not been previously reported. Then unsupervised machine learning looks for the patterns in herb drug interaction data without needing a pre-label example. This makes it useful for finding a new or unexpected interaction that supervisor model may it miss. Then the clustering method group together herb drug pairs that show a similar side effect patterns, helping the reliable combination with unusual or shared toxicity. The technique the technique like TNSNE and UMP reduce the complex data into easier visual so outliners stand out clearly. Anomaly detection methods highlights the strange times patterns and uncommon co-medication combination. It might signal a new emerging herbal drug interaction risk. Then the time series analysis for temporal pattern detection. The time series analysis to look how the events change over time in HDI monitoring. It helps the identify when the side effect appear in a relationship to when the herb or drug was taken by studying trends, spikes, or repeating patterns. This method can spot the unusual timing. It relationship that may indicate the possible herb drug interaction. The timing between when the patient take a herbal product, when they make a drug, and when a side effect start is very important for understanding the interaction is real. In AI based time series method helps automatically detect this timing patterns. This model can identify the consistent lag period between the herbal initiation and the event, the challenges and re-challenges patterns supporting the casualty, dose dependent temporal relationship. Then this interaction effect that emerge only after sustained exposure. Then the network analysis for the complex interaction mapping. In a network analysis is a method is used to understand the how different things are connected to each other. You can imagine it like a drawing map, like dots. Dots represent the people, drug, diseases, proteins, or events, and line show how they interact or affect each other in community detection. These it means grouping together herbs, drug, or effect that behave similarly. It find the clusters, for example a group of the herb that all affect same type of medication. Then the centrality measures. In centrality measures, it helps identify the important or risk items in the networks. If a drug has many connection, it require the extra monitoring because it can affect many things. Then the path analysis. In path analysis we find the hidden or indirect relationship. Instead of looking at just A and B, it also find the longer chain like A, B, C, which not be obvious at the first. Then the temporal network. In temporal network, it show how connection changes over time. As a new herb or drug come into the market, the network updates and relieve new interaction patterns. Then the herb drug construction. In it helps the visualize how herb and drugs are connected to each others and what adverse effected they may share. Okay. Then the natural language processing for extracting herbal drug interaction signals from unstructured text. Natural language processing is a computer technique that helps machine read and understand human language like a text from report, article, social media, and case narratives. Then the wealth is unstructured HDI data. a lot of information about the herb drug interaction is hidden inside the free text source, like medical case report, doctor notes, online patient conversation, and the report leaflets, and the product leaflets. Since these information is not a neat structure format, it's difficult to search and analyze by the hand. The natural language processing helps unlock this information. It can read the large amount of text and turn into the organized and usable data. With NLP, computer computers can the spot a name of the herb, medication, and the side effect, find connection between, judge how strong the evidence for the interaction. The name entity recognition for HDI surveillance. In the entity identification, NLP system can text or pick out the names or herbs, the medication medicines, side effect, even when the spelling is different or the meaning depends on the sentences. Then the entity normalization, in different that refers to same herb or drug are converted into one standard name or the code. For example, SJW, it ST John Watt is a official medical code. It helps the combine information from many sources. Then this communications, NLP checks the context to understand the correct meaning of the word. For example, gingers could mean the herb or a person name. Then the elevated could mean high lab value or a emotion. So it helps avoid the misunderstanding in the data. Then the relationship extraction and connecting the herb, drug, and event. In relationship extraction is a process where the natural language process read text and figure out how herb, drug, and side effect are connected. It does not just find the names, it also identify the what happening between them. For example, herb X increases the side effect of Y, drug Y, and drug A taken the herb B causes the nausea. Then the herb C reduce the absorption of the drug. In that, in short, the relationship extraction like a herb, medicine, and adverse effect to show which ones interact and how they affect each other. Then the sentiment and the severity classification. This process help the natural language process understanding how serious or intense a report herb drug interaction is based on the words used in the text. Then the sentiment classification looks at the overall tone in the text. It checks whether the experience described is positive, negative, and the neutral. Then the severity classification focus on how mild, moderate, and severe the reported side effect or reaction. For example, NLP can tell a difference between mild headache, that is the so low severity, and severe bleeding, that is the high severity. It helps computers read text and judge the tone and seriousness of the reactions. Then the evidence strength assessment through the NLP. In that, NLP can tell what type of study the text is taking about. Um, the case report, observational study, clinical trial, systematic review, or lab based mechanism study. It helps the understand how strong or reliable the evidence. Then the certainty language. NLP can spot the words that show how confidence the writer, for example, may interact. It is the low certainty. Then the causes interaction is the high certainty. It looks for model verbs and phrases that show for doubt and the confidence. Then the casualty keywords. In casualty keywords, the NLP identify the phrases that it suggests the causes effect relationship, such as a causes by, causes form it attributed to. It helps the separate true causation from a simple association. Then the temporal medication. The NLP pick ups the timing details that can support casualty, like when symptoms started, that is the onset. Then what happened after stopping the herb drug, that is the D challenges. Then the what happened after taking it again, that is the re challenges. These time patterns help decide if the herb drug interaction is likely real. Then the mining social media for a patient and reported for a herbal drug signals. The social media mining social media means collecting and analyzing the post from platform like Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, health forum, and YouTube comments to find the clues about the herb drug interaction. The people often share their experience, such as which herbs and medicines they took together. Then the what side effect they felt. Then the weather sometimes help the casual problems. The NLP tools scan these posts to identify the possible HDI signals, even in the information is informal or written in a casual language. It means using a social media post to discover early warning signs of the herb drug interaction based on real patient experience. And then the automated literature surveillance system. The automated literature surveillance system, that tools is a continuously scan new research paper, journal, case reports, and the scientific articles to find the information related herb drug interaction. Instead of human reading thousands of papers manually, this system are automatically search newly published paper, detect the mention of herb drug and side effect, flag any possible interaction or safety concern. Then the send alerts when important new evidence appears. So this system automatically keep an eye on all new scientific literature and notify the researcher when it's something relevant or important about the herbal drug interaction is published. Then the AI, then the predictive modeling for forecasting HDI risks before clinical occurrence. In predictive modeling, use a computer model to estimate the risk or herb drug interaction before they actually happen in a real patient. These model analyze the patterns are chemical structure, known drug interaction, then the the biological pathway, then the past case report, then the patient data. Then the vision and predicting interaction before they occurs. In that the AI in pharmacovigilance is moving from simply reacting to the safety problems to predicting in advance. Instead of waiting for many adverse effects to be reported, the AI models can estimate which herb drug pairs might causes by the interaction by analyzing their chemical makeup, biological action, and pharmacological side effect. These approaches help identify risk even before the herbal product reaches the market. Gives the personalized warning based on the individual health profile. It help the authorities focus on monitoring and combination that um, are more likely to be harmful. Then the pharmacokinetic prediction. In pharmacokinetic prediction means estimating uh, how one drug or herb might changes the way another absorb, distributed, and metabolized or excreted in the body. In a simple terms, it helps predict whether a substance will speed up, slow down, or block the movement to another substance in the body. By doing this, we can identify the possible interaction early and avoid the changes in a drug levels that could causes a side effect or reduce the effectiveness. Then the molecular similarity and structure based prediction. In molecular similarity and structure based prediction means identifying the how likely a drug or herb is to causes a certain effects by comparing its chemical structure to other known compounds. If two moleculars look or behave similarly, they may have similar action or side effects. By studying these structural patterns, the AI can possible so the AI can it predict the possible interaction or risk even before real world data is available. Then the pharmacodynamic interaction for forecasting. Pharmacodynamic interaction forecasting means predicting how herb and drug might affect each other at the level of for their action in the body before the interaction actually it happens. It's happened in the instead of looking at doses or metabolism, this focus on how they work, such as do they act on the same receptor, do they increases or reduce the same biological effects, do they both affect the blood pressure, clotting, sedation, mood, or immunity. By studying these effects, we can forecast whether the combining them might amplify, reduce, or changes the drug action, which could lead the side effect treatment and the failure. It means predicting interaction risks by understanding how the herb and drug influence the same body system or the targets. Then the interacting multi-omics data for precision prediction. In genomic factors, either different peoples have different genes, especially in enzyme breakdown drugs. These genetic differences can changes how strongly herbs and drug interacts. Predictive models can uses a person genetic information to given the personalized warning about the herbal drug interaction risk. Then the metabolic profile. In metabolic profiles, herb and drug produces specific metabolites in the body. By studying these metabolites pattern, we can see whether they use the same pathway or competent for the same elimination route. It helps to predict the interaction is likely. Then the cryptomic signatures, the herbal in that the herbal product can changes the expression of a certain genes. By analyzing these gene is expression changes, then we can tell whether and herb affect the same pathway as a drug behaves like other compounds known to causes interaction. Then the proteomic data. In proteomic data, herb can influence the proteins in the body, such as drug metabolizing enzymes, transporters, and the drug targets drugs targets. Then the clinical decision support integration. In clinical decision support integration means connecting AI or herbal drug interaction prediction tools directly into the healthcare system. So doctors and pharmacists get helpful alerts while the treating the patient. This system can warn where a herb and drug might interact, suggest after alternatives, highlight the high risk patient based on their health record, and provide the quick summaries on evidence or recommendation. It means building of high drug interaction prediction tools into the hospital software, so clinicians receive the real-time safety warning and guidance during the patient care. Then the case study. The first case study is a Saint John Wort and the immunosuppressant. Saint John Wort can strongly increase the activity of a certain liver enzymes and the drug transporters. Because of this, the lower of the amount of the important immunosuppressant medicines such as glycosporin and tacrolimus in the blood. When these drugs levels drop to low, the body may reject as a transplant organ. This has happened in a several real case. The problem keeps occurring mainly because of a patient are not properly informed about the risk of taking herbal product with their prescribed medicines. Second case study is the ginkgo biloba and the anticoagulant. In that the traditional signals, in there were several scattered case reports showing that the people taking the ginkgo along with the blood thinners like warfarin, aspirin experience bleeding problems. These individual cases hinted that an interaction might exist. And then the data integration. In the data integration, AI system combines information from multiple sources, like electronic health record and the even social media posted. So when all these data was analyzed together, a clear and consistent patterns over times show that ginkgo use was often followed by bleeding events in a patient to anticoagulant. Then the elucidation. In mechanism elucidation takes mining tools found the researcher showing that the compounds is gingo B block platelets activating the factors. So it help explain why gingo increase the bleeding risk. It reduce the platelet function. Then the risk qualification. In risk qualification, predictive models estimate that taking the gingo, which these blood thinners increases and bleeding risk by about 2 to 3 time in 95 percentage. These strong numerical evidence supported the clinical recommendation to avoid the combination. Then case study 3, green tea extract and the nadolol. AI detected an unexpected interaction where green catechin block intestinal transporter, sharply reducing the nadolol absorption. The unsupervised models found the cluster of beta blockers not working, reported link to a green tea. The clinical studies later confirmed and a 80% reduction is in a nadodol levels, leading to official warning labels. This is the validation study, AI versus expert reviews. Then the regulatory acceptance and the evidence standards. In a regulatory acceptance means the health authorities like FDA, EMA, etc. agree to use AI generated evidence when it evaluating her drug interactions. They need a proof that AI methods are accurate, reliable, and scientifically sound before they accept them. Then the implementation challenges for overcoming practical and regulatory hurdles. The implementation challenges refers to the real world problems that organization face when trying to use AI for detecting her drug interaction. These challenges included the technical issues, operational issues, and regulatory hurdles. Then the key implementation challenges. The key implementation challenges refers to the main difficulties we face when trying to put the system or technology into the real use. These challenges may include issues like a poor quality data, limited technical resources, difficulty integrating new tools into the existing workflow. The need or skilled are practical problems. It must be solved before the solution can work. It effectively real settings. Then the ethical consideration in AI drive in HDI surveillance. In ethical consideration in AI based HDI surveillance are the moral responsibility and safeguard that must be followed when using AI to detect the hard drug interaction. They make sure that it fair, it transparent, and save the patient. The key point are included the data privacy, transparency, bias, and fairness, and accountability. Then the safety and reliability and the informers. These are the rules are a principle that ensure the AI uses responsibility, protect the patient right, avoid the bias, and support the same decision making in herb drug interaction monitoring. Then the building the future of herbal drug interaction surveillance infrastructure to fully benefits from AI in a herb drug interaction monitoring. We need a strong shared system that everyone can use. These include having a uniform terms for a herbal product, common data formats, privacy safe database, then the combined information from many sources, open source AI tools for analysis, and the joint research group that connect the universities, industries, and regulatory bodies. So global cooperation also essential for organization like WHO, ICH, and regional regulators help create a common rules and standards for AI-based signal detection. This harmonization allowed the country to work together, making it easier to spot a new herb risky early. So no matter where they first appear. Then the feature direction of emerging technology and next generation surveillance. Then the next emerging technology for HDI detection in the next a big step in herbal drug interaction detection in using the advanced technology that can spot risk earlier and more accurately. And, new tools like a machine learning, real time monitoring system, digital health app. And wearable sensors will identify her drug interaction that were previously missed by combining the data from many sources. This technology will allow much faster, smarter, and more precise detection for the emerging safety issue. Then the conclusion for transferring the pharmacovigilance through the AI and advanced analytics are the challenging the way we monitor herb drug interaction. This technology can quickly analyze huge amount of mixed data, catches the hidden patterns that humans may miss, and even predict the possible interaction before they appear in a real patient. This help fills the major gap that a traditional monitoring method could not be solved. But AI is a not replacement for the expert. The best herbal drug interaction surveillance system work when AI patterns finding power is combining with pharmacologist scientific insights, cleans, and the real world judgment, and the regulators focus on the public health. As a more people worldwide use a herbal products, strong AI supported monitoring system are becoming crucial for the patient safety. The future of pharmacovigilance will dependent on the smart tools like patient safe while still supporting their the freedom of use complementary therapies, striking the right balance between new technology and solid evidence in a prediction and real world confirmation, and the automation of the human oversight. Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Divya.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. There are some questions. First question is, what is the current validation rate for this in silico prediction when they are later tested clinically? conclude these sessions. This workshop has demonstrated how AI intelligence is revolutionizing regulatory affairs, clinical research, and pharmacovigilance. Thank you all for your participation.